Hey, thank you for taking this time for yourself and joining me, but ultimately joining yourself and having a date with yourself. We make time for work, we make time for maybe our families, our friends, even our hobbies, which is still, they're all good things, but setting aside this time to check in with yourself, to have a date with yourself, an intimate, special time, just you and yourself. Now, I always think that it's super powerful to have earphones, earbuds, headphones, something, so that you can take away any noise going on around you. You can still do this without, but I always find it elevates the experience. So, this is time for you to be with yourself. You can sit, you can lie down, any way really that you feel comfortable, because the idea is for you to be comfortable. However you see fit to be comfortable is the right way. It's an individual preference. And what we're going to be doing is relaxing and releasing. You are not your mind. You are not those consistent, persistent chitter-chatter that is going on in your mind. That is not you. If you were your mind, you wouldn't realise that you was chitter-chattering and talking basically a load of rubbish. You are the one witnessing and seeing and knowing this disturbance of the mind. You are the one that knows that you're not okay inside. You're the one that knows that this voice isn't serving you. You can rest assured to know that you are definitely not your mind. You are definitely not that constant chit-chat, what ifs, dialogue inside of all worst case scenarios or whatever scenarios and negative thoughts or self-limiting beliefs. All of that is not you. It is just a messy mind. And if you see your mind as like a voicemail machine, the mind only knows what it knows from recording. It's not wise. It isn't tapping into a higher level of itself. It just knows what it knows. So if we're not feeling okay, to go to the mind for the answer is just going to create more of situations of not feeling okay, or it's going to say, I know what will make you feel okay. Why don't you go and get that better job? Or why don't you earn more money? Then you'll be okay. Why don't you go and get a girlfriend? Then you'll be okay. Why don't you get a boyfriend? Then you'll be okay. Well, when you're slimmer, you'll be okay, etc., etc. And it goes on and on and on and on, and you will never be okay. Because you might get that amazing job, you might start earning 6 figures a month, whatever it is. And ultimately, if you're not okay inside, it's always going to be an outside force that helps you to be okay internally. So you're a victim to this outside, to these things outside. You're also a victim to the mind, which, as we know, is not you, because you're the one witnessing the mind and the I'll be okay if and when. So that is not you. You can be aware that it's disturbed, and there are ways to release these blocks that you've been experiencing just from suppressing any feeling or emotion or situation, and you've just gone, oh, I don't like that, I don't like how that feels, and you've just suppressed it down and you've pushed it down. What you didn't do is relax and release and allow, and just let go and allow it to flow and move through you. Now, if you can also have this vision of the mind as being like a toddler, a toddler in a supermarket maybe, that wants to grab that toy, or even a toy shop, but the supermarkets now have a toy area, which is great, and they pick up that toy and they make such a fuss about having it, and if they have it, they'll be okay. If they have that toy, they'll stop crying and stop making a big fuss and a big stumping around in the supermarket or the toy shop. As a parent or the person there with that child, if you then buy them that toy or give them that toy, do you think that ultimately then they will then always be okay? No. They're always going to want something outside of them in order to then be okay or be quiet. So if you see your mind as like that toddler, and when it's like, right, I'm not feeling okay, so I've gone to the mind for solution, but actually the mind is what has caused me to not feel okay. So going there for the solution is actually madness, because how can it solve it when it's created it? So then you're going there for the solution, but that is like the mind's going to say, I know what you need to do. I know. You need to go on a holiday. You need to go and buy those trainers. You need to go and get that chocolate from the fridge. No, you need to get a bottle of wine. You need to get a cigarette. Whatever it may be, the mind, which only learns from recording, so it only learned from experiences you've been exposed to or things you've done in the past or habits, that's the only way it's learned. You're gone there for the solution, so it's thrown something at you, but ultimately going there for the solution means you never actually get rid of the disturbances that are occurring inside of you. So knowing this and understanding this, and now you taking the time where you're just quieting down everything. That doesn't mean that when you lie down it all goes quiet. It's not that at all. But what you're doing is you're carving out this space and time to have a date with yourself and relax and release and let go of any of the disturbances, because they are there. They will be there. They will show up. And the second that it comes up, that chitter chatter in the mind, that funny feeling that then starts in the body, or however it feels, because it's not going to feel good, lean back, relax, and release. And really check in also with the breath towards the end, or when it feels right for you. You can bring yourself back to the breath. You can have a mantra. You can do whatever tool you've found or whatever way you've found that helps you to relax and release. Perhaps it's holding your heart, or it's just saying that as you inhale, relax, and as you exhale, release. And this is about letting go, because all these disturbances ultimately are inside, and they will be affecting the flow of your energy. And with this time that you have created and carved out for yourself, it's about reuniting yourself back to an easy, effortless flowing of life, of happiness, of joy, of pleasure. That doesn't mean that things won't come up in life that won't feel good. Sometimes it will happen, but knowing that if something comes up, you relax and release and let go, and you don't suppress or hold on or keep inside, okay? So moving forwards, that's great. But if we haven't done that our whole lives, we're going to have stuff. So lean back, don't lean in, because leaning in isn't what's going to help you to let go. Lean back. Sit in your higher self. Sit in this part of you that is perfect, whole and complete, always has been and always will be, and you were born that way. Sit back there. And while you're lying there, if for any reason you don't feel any disturbances or turbulence or triggers or anything come up, just say to yourself, I am perfect, whole and complete. And then wait to hear back what that mind chitter chatter's about, which is ultimately a load of old rubbish. So you have got this. You can totally handle this. Emotion is just energy in motion, okay? And of course you can handle it. It's your stuff. It's your stuff. You've already had the experience. You've already lived through it. You've just blocked it in. So actually what you've done so far is harder, because you've lived the experience, you've had the emotion attached to the experience and the thought attached to the experience, and you've kept it inside. You've done the hard work, okay? Because you've carried it. Imagine you've carried that on your shoulders, but now you're going to relax and release it out of your body. Don't be afraid of your stuff. You can handle this. Don't listen to the mind giving you any excuse that you can't. You can handle your stuff. You can handle what disturbances are in you, what come up for you. You can definitely handle this. Now you have the awareness, the consciousness, and a knowing you will be okay. You can definitely handle this. You have so got this. I definitely believe in you, and you will find this belief in yourself 100%. But ultimately, just go in and say, I am a fearless warrior. I am the master commander of my life. I am not scared of the stuff that is coming up inside of me. Makes sense if you were walking down the street and someone had a gun or a knife or something. It's okay to be scared in that instance. That's fine, of something outside, and it's like, whoa, what's that about? What's going to happen there? I don't know. But inside your own stuff, don't be scared of that. That's your stuff. That wants to come out, okay? It is not wiser than you, your higher self. It is a low-hanging vibration, a low energy. It is literally not there to serve you. It just stops you from living in pure joy, happiness, and ultimately the best creation, higher level creation. So now, lying down, making yourself so comfortable, however you see fit, however feels right for you. Following what feels right for you. And you know what feels right for you because it feels good. And you know what doesn't feel right for you because it won't feel good. And just lie there, sit there, be there. And now, you could start by following your breath, feeling your breath, concentrating it maybe into your lower abdomen. Knowing that you will be okay. You will be more than okay. You're literally just having a clear out of the stuff that's been there for way too long, living rent-free inside of you. This is a spring clean. Same as if you were spring cleaning your house. You won't be scared of the stuff. It's there. It's just clearing out. So focusing on your breath, closing the eyes down if that feels right for you. Enjoy and have this date with yourself. And even when it feels uncomfortable, because it will, relax and release. You can handle this. You are the commander. You are a warrior. You are a fearless human being. You are the master creator of your life. It's just stuff. It wants to come out. And it will. Show yourself grace. And when you feel it arise, that chitter chatter in the brain, that noise, lean back, relax, and release. This is your clear out. Every time you show up for yourself and make this date with yourself, you are clearing out your junk. Same way you might detoxify the body, this is a detox of the mind. Relax and release. And when it comes up, hold your heart if that feels good for you. Soft, be soft. Relax. Allow this softness to come to your body. Relax and release. Allow it to let go. Allow it to release. See it leaving your body, leaving your mind. Relax and release. You've got this. Relax and release. Now, I will leave you here to be with yourself on this date. Know that you can handle this. Know that you've got this. You are seriously an incredible being. Your higher self is there to support you. You can handle this. Stay with yourself. Release that chitter chatter, and I will be back shortly to bring you back out of this date with yourself.